Good morning. Give me a few minutes to share this and I will get started. Today I'm talking about ghosting. Why ghosting? A lot of single women find themselves in relationships where they're not sure what happened, why the relationship ended, why the guy disappeared, why the guy ghosted. Disappearing is ghosting, and they keep wondering if they're the ones who did something wrong. So today I'm going to give you 5 ways to know. I'm going to share with you 5 ways to know if a guy is ready to ghost on you so that you can prevent yourself from being in a situation where you're holding on to this person but you're not sure of what is going on in the relationship. The first thing is, thanks, Irene. I see you. Thanks so much for joining. It's been a while that I've heard from you. I hope you're doing great. So the first thing you need to know is this. You don't know the important people in his life. You don't know the important people in his life. You don't know his siblings. You don't know his parents. You don't know his friends. And I'm talking about friends in terms of real friends, because there are also fake friends and there are acquaintances. It's very easy for him to introduce you to his acquaintances, and you think that you know his friends, but you don't really know them. What you do know is those people on the surface, but not the people that are important to him. You don't know his siblings. You don't know anything about his family, but he keeps tagging you along with the fair weather friends who don't really care about the status of his relationship. But you want to be sure that you're not with someone who's going to ghost on you. Again, it's very easy to get entangled with knowing the friends. For example, on social media, you may even meet on social media platforms, and what you find out is that you know so much of his Facebook friends or his Instagram friends or his Snapchat friends, but those may be people that he also met on social media, so you don't know the real deal about this person's life. And it's easy for him to ghost on you when you don't know the important people in his life, because again, he hasn't introduced you to that level of connection that will make you think that your relationship is vital to him. The second thing is he makes excuses for everything. Number 2, he makes excuses for everything. And the excuses range from things like, I'm busy doing something today. I can't really meet up with you. I'm going somewhere and I don't really want you to come along because I don't really want people to know. And then he's not even facing. You may be asking questions about, oh, why is your relationship this way? Or you may be asking questions about, advancement of your relationship. You may have goals that you're setting and you're trying to put him into the picture, but he's not really connecting. He can't even tell you the truth to your face that, he's not that much into you and he's about to exit, but he lies to you about situations. He may say, I'm hanging out with my friends, and you may say, I want to come along. And he's like, well, not really. There's not going to be a woman there. And not really even letting you know where he's going or where he is. You may have been communicating before and you kind of know each other's movements, and suddenly he's holding back from allowing you to come into his space like he used to. So excuses for everything. I'm too busy. I'm in a meeting. I don't really have time today. Let's do this tomorrow. But he's only looking for time when it's convenient for him. Number three, he's no longer making efforts like he used to for your relationship. Prior to that, maybe he tries to show you affection. He's always there. He's present. You guys know each other's business, but he's pulling back. And the only time he's showing you affection or making an effort is when he wants to have sex with you. True that. When he's only trying to get to get into the cookie jar, you have to really understand that he's playing with your emotions and he's trying to draw you into a place where he can drag you along, as long as he still doesn't have somebody else in his life, or he's actually casing out other women in his life and trying to figure out if the other women that he's casing around with will fit into the picture. He may see the good qualities in you, but he's trying to case around to see if he can find a better deal. And so he's dragging you along but he's making little to no effort to build on your relationship together. Remember, relationship is a two-way street, and if you're the only one making an effort, then you're the only one in the relationship. Number 4, he doesn't make attempt to contact you like he used to. He may have, when your relationship started, you may have been texting each other frequently. You may have been communicating by phone frequently, but you see that the communication is beginning to diminish, and you are making the effort to constantly contact him, and he's not responding back to you like he used to. That's a sign he's gonna ghost on you, and you have to be mentally prepared for that. He delays responding because sometimes he wants to manipulate your emotion, and you have to figure out that he's getting ready to ghost on you, and you're ready to make that exit. The last thing is, he talks more about himself than he talks about you or your relationship. He's so self-centered, and it's all about him. You get to be blamed for everything that's not working, and it makes him seem like, he's doing everything and you're not doing anything. The guy is getting ready to ghost on you, and you have to figure it out. So here are 3 things that you can do when you notice these 5 things in a relationship. The first thing is going to be the hardest for you to do. But you have to be determined, to focus. You have to be determined to focus on these things. Number 1 is detach yourself emotionally. This is the hardest thing you're ever going to have to do in a relationship, to detach yourself emotionally, because again, the emotions are there. The infatuation started, the lust may have started, but you discover that you're emotionally attached. When you find out a partner is getting ready to ghost on you, detach yourself emotionally. No matter how much or how hard it is, you have to mentally tell yourself that you don't want to be in a space where you're accepting the hurt. You have to look out for you by detaching yourself emotionally and telling yourself, this is just a lesson for me to learn about ghosting. This is a lesson for me to learn about what happens when a guy is ready to ghost on me. This is a lesson for me to learn so that I don't settle for the next one that shows up and does the same thing, so I repeat patterns. Detach yourself emotionally, number 1. Number 2 is, you don't respond back with messages to his messages that he sends at his own convenience. Never respond back to messages sent at his convenience. Why is that? Because the more you respond to the messages when he's constantly manipulate your emotions and make you hold on to him, the more he has the power to control you. Again, you have to learn to control your emotions and not allow your emotions to control you. Like I said in my quote, control your emotions, don't let your emotions control you. Tame your thoughts, don't let your thoughts tame you. The more you're aware of the fact that he's only contacting you for his own convenience sake and not for the relationship, and you don't respond back to the messages, he'll get the message that you're also detaching emotionally from him. And that way, you're preventing yourself from getting into deep hurt. You can still catch the lessons earlier on. You can say to yourself, I can figure out this guy is about to ghost on me, so I'm also detaching. I'm not responding back to messages. Let him work for the relationship if he's really interested in working on a relationship with you. Let him be the chaser. Don't be the chaser. Let him be the one coming to chase, because that's that's part of a role of a man who really wants to find a woman. He will find a wife. Let him find you and let him value you and know your worth. The last thing you need to do is to stop his self-gratifying conversations and ask questions about your relationship. Stop the self-gratifying conversations and ask him about your relationship. Ask him about you. Why is he not talking about you? Because he's so focused on himself. All he wants to do is talk about himself. And when he's talking about himself, he's giving you a red flag saying, you know what? This is about me. This isn't about us. But again, when love speaks, it's about I or me. Like I said in my quote from my book, Love, Sex, Lies, and Reality. When ego speaks, when love speaks, it's about us or we. When ego speaks, it is about I or me. So when he's so focused on Me. You have to stop the conversation because you want to make him become aware that you already know he's ready to ghost. So you ask him about the relationship. You ask him about why is he not concerned about you? Why does he talk about himself? A relationship is a two-way street, and if you're not in the picture of that relationship and he's giving you signs that he's ready to ghost, you have to confront him at that point and stop his self-gratifying conversations and bring yourself back into the picture. Most of the time, we women want to keep quiet, and you want somebody to really, talk about themselves because you're trying to fit in, but you're not supposed to fit in. You're supposed to stand out and let him find you. And the more you do this, the more you're aware of these signs and red flags of someone going to ghost on you, the more you refuse to settle for less than your worth. I hope this has helped somebody out today. Again, feel free to inbox me if you have questions, or email me at coaching@kemisugunle.com, and I'll be more than happy to support you on the journey of life and relationships. Never stop loving while living. When you stop loving, you stop living. When you stop living, it means that you are dead. But while you still have the chance to and the gift of life, ensure you know the warning signs of a partner who is ready to ghost on you, and you prevent yourself from settling for less than your worth, and also prevent yourself from being hurt or broken by someone who doesn't deserve to be with you. You'll have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.